I would much rather shoot first, ask questions later than the other way around. Now here's what I mean by this. I would much rather sign a client and figure out how we're going to fulfill on that client than try to have all the fulfillment and figured out, have a clean website, landing page, business cards, office, editors, everything all figured out before I have sales. Sales is the number one thing. That's the most important thing. I see so many people focused on everything else but sales. Honestly, shoot first, ask questions later comes back to the first deal I ever did in business. So I had my podcast, It's Not That Deep, back in 2019. I started putting out content, and I didn't know how this thing's going to make me money at all. But I had this local celebrity trainer on my show. His name's Tony Greco. Shout out TG. Tony comes on my show in my little studio attic apartment in Ottawa, Canada. And he comes on and he brings the energy. We have a great episode. He calls me kind of when COVID started, and he's like, yo, Deep, you do video, right? Bro, I never made a video in my life. I barely knew how to hit record on the camera. Still barely know how to do that. And I'm like, yeah, of course, TG, I know how to make video. What do you need? He's like, all right, cool, I'll call you back. Calls me back. He's like, yo, Deep, you make websites, right? I'm like, yeah, of course I make websites. Bro, I've never made a website in my life. I had a friend of mine make a Shopify store page for what I called my website. I literally posted all my podcast stuff on there back in the day. And then TG calls me a third time, and he's like, Deep, you do sales, right? Bro, I have not sold anything in my life to this point. Of course I sell, TG. What do you need me to sell? He's like, all right, buddy. In an hour, we're going to get on a call with the chief of police of the city of Ottawa. And you're going to pitch them this video series. And we're going to make a bunch of videos. And, like, you got it, right? You'll figure it out. I'm like, what? what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. But tells me, he's like, yeah, no, we'll make some videos. You make a website. And, like, yeah, we'll, like, split the check. We'll figure it out. I'm like, all right. An hour later, I get on the call. I'm freaking out, but I closed my first deal ever in business. And that deal was $12,000 a month. I'll never forget. My first deal in business was $12,000 a month. Now that I closed this deal, and I have my portion of that deal, which was around $7,000, $8,000 per month, I'm like, shit. I got to find a videographer because I can't make these videos. And so I called up my buddy. I'm like, yo, bro, can you make some videos for me? I'll pay you like $800. I'll pay you $1,000. Help me out. He's like, cool, done. I call my other buddy. Yo, remember that website you made for me? Can you make another one for me like that? And like, we put some modules on there. He's like, yeah, done. Cool. Give you $1,000. And that's when I'm like, I should probably make this an LLC or incorporate this so I don't look like a fool doing a deal with the municipal government of my city. That's when I formed a company. I figured out accounting, legal, all the stuff that I needed to do. But the point is, shoot first, ask questions later. That would not have happened if I tried to do everything else first and then I try to pitch or try to figure out how I'm going to make a buck. And that's, I think, a mistake that a lot of people who are new to business make. They think it's all about business cards and office chairs and having the best Instagram page and everything. No, dude, sell first, ask questions later.